Hi there, and welcome to Almost Solitaire. It's time for another Commands and Colors Ancients game. We are continuing the Civil War, Caesar's Civil War, um, and we are in the year of 49 BC, um, which is the same year as the last battle we played, Ilerda, over in Spain, where we had Caesar attacking Afranius troops over there. Yeah, so now we are actually in Utica. This is Utica Part 1, delaying action. So this is North Africa. I mean, we have been here before, right? I think in the Punic Wars. So, yeah, so pretty much as you... I think I already talked a bit about the beginnings of the Civil War in the last video, if I don't remember wrongly, but Pompey's troops were really scattered after they were expelled from Italy. So we had, as I said, quite a few legions over in Spain that we saw last time. So Caesar is there in the year 49 to clear up what they call the leaderless army over there. Pompey himself was over in Greece at this point, so I think he fled to Epirus from Italy when Caesar actually tried to catch him, but he failed. We have more kind of sub-leaders to Pompey. We have the guy we will see in this battle. No, actually not this in this battle, but in the next one, because we will see three battles during Curio's campaign in North Africa. So Caesar sent Curio with, I think it's 4 legions and about 1,000 cavalry that was mainly Gallic cavalry to take care of Varro, who was residing in North Africa. He has fled there. I think his name's Gaius Varro. No, it's Gaius Curio, who's Caesar's guy. I don't remember the. Sorry, it's Attius Varus. Sorry about that. It's not Varro. It's Attius Varus. He's the guy who is on the Pompey side in Africa. He has pretty much taken control of the old lands of Carthago. So he's over there because there was a bit of chaos going on in North Africa at that point, because there was a resigning kind of a governor there, and a new one were to come, and at that point Attius Varus came there and took control in the name of Pompey, pretty much for the Senate, I guess. So he was the guy in power over there, and he had, I think he raised legions over there actually pretty hastily, but I think we will see later on he has control on about 3 legions or something like that. But Gaius Curio, who went southwards to battle Varius, he first had to go to Sicily, because that was also under control of Pompeius. We have a guy named Cato there. So, but there were really no battles happening there. Cato was dispelled really pretty quickly. So he also, I think he fled from Syracuse over to Greece as well to join up with Pompey over there in Greece. So Curio was getting control of Sicily pretty hastily, but he had to leave quite a substantial force over there. So from what I read, he pretty much took half his force from his 4 legions and 1,000 cavalry. So he took half of them, 2 legions and 500 cavalry, and went to Africa to confront Varus. So he had two legions. I think it was the 15th and the 16th legions that he brought with him to Africa, together with 500 Gallic cavalry. So, well, quite a force there. So he he went ashore close to Utica, but it was still a bit for him to march down there, which he did. He knew that Varius had a camp just outside of Utica, so he marched over there and planned to put up a camp pretty close to his. And he did that. They marched there. There was some other skirmishes and some fleet battles happening there before this as well. But when he started to, well, he chose his ground for his camp. They started to fortify it and all that. At that point, he heard some disturbing news. The Numidian king Juba was allied with Curio, so he had sent a big reinforcement to Varius of Numidian troops under the leadership of Sabura. So he, Curio was he was in the midst of getting up his camp, so he had his soldiers in the trenches digging and fixing the camp while this happened. So what he had to do was to hastily gather his cavalry force of Gallic cavalry, maybe there's some legionary cavalry there as well, I'm not sure, and sent them to meet these Numidians who came to reinforce Varius. And this is what this battle is about, the delaying action. In history, the Numidians were really not expecting the Romans to attack them, so they were not in battle order when they came, first of all. So as you can see in the setup here, they are pretty scattered over here, while Curio's troops is coming here in in two cavalry columns attacking them. And this was pretty quick of a fight, I'd say, because Varius thought that this would be a bit bigger battle, so he has already called up his men from the trenches and camp, the camp builders, to array for battle, and that is his infantry. So, but when the infantry were ready to commence to the battle, it was already over. The Numidians were routed pretty quickly, and they managed to flee. Many were slaughtered, of course, but many succeeded to flee into Utica and join up with Varius eventually. So that's the action you're going to see here, that quick Roman victory, which boosted Curio's confidence, because it was an unexpected victory for him, pretty much. So yeah, that's the short story about this battle. The main battle of Utica we'll see in the next scenario, when the two armies really clash over kind of a valley outside of the city, but that's for the next time. So let's look at this one, because this is a pretty special battle. As you can see, there's not, it's only six units on the Roman side here, so a really special thing, as we will see in a sec, because we have some interesting special rules. As you can see here, in the War Council, the Numidian army under leadership of Sabura, they have no command cards. Instead, roll 2 dice to order units, while the Caesarian army under Curio, they have 6 command cards, and these guys will move first. And here's the special rules. So each time it's a Numidian's action or turn, we will roll 2 dice, and the colors will indicate what kind of troops will be activated. And the scenario special rule says that the Roman players actually assigning which units are activated. I'm gonna make it a bit more interesting because otherwise this will just be a slaughter, I think. So I'm gonna actually roll some dice to see what units are actually activated. If we roll a leader symbol, the leader is activated together with his unit if he's attached to any. If we roll a flag, one unit of the Numidian side needs to retreat the full retreat path. And I'm gonna again, in that instance, roll which one it will be. I'll also roll the type, which type of unit will need to be retreated, because if the Roman player can choose it, he can choose one, you know, on the edge of the board, so they get eliminated. But I'm gonna make it a bit more interesting and roll for it, so it's a bit randomized. And also, if we roll a crossed sword symbol, one unit will lose a block, and I will again roll which one that is. First, watch type, and then with the d6 to define which one of these on the board will lose the block. So that's what I'm gonna do. This river, it's not named here, but I think this is actually the the famous river of Bagdadas. You know, what we have seen some battles around, and we will still see another battle of Bagdadas coming up in pretty shortly. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's in that battle where Curio is eventually killed, actually. And yeah, but we'll see about that in, I think, in two scenarios time. So first, Utica Part 1, delaying action. And by the way, the victory is for banners only, so this will be a quick one, I think. Hopefully it will be a bit longer, because I will roll for units to activate and retreat and lose blocks and all that, so it's not going to be too easy for the Romans. So with that said, I think we're ready to start. So if we look at the board, we have the Caesarian army with 4 medium-heavy cavalry and an unnamed leader here. We have 2 light cavalry as well at the up front here. And I think this is pretty much Gallic cavalry, all of it. So that's it. On the Numidian side, as you can see, they are really not organized here. So we have 2 light cav, we have another light cav over there, 2 medium-heavy cavalry, 1 more back here, some auxilia, 3 units of medium-heavy infantry, 1 heavy infantry with a leader. I think that is actually Sabura, yes it is. And then we have a bow unit as well. As you can see, I have chosen to place Eastern unit blocks here. I was actually wanting to put Carthaginian blocks here, but there was not enough medium heavies in the counter mix, so, or block mix. I couldn't do that. That was a shame. But we'll go with these Eastern blocks. It's cool. They look a bit more exotic, I think, than that maybe the Numidians would resemble a bit. So by that, let's start the game. The Romans start, so we're gonna see what card they will play. So we have a 3 center in slot A, and we have a move, fire, move as the second card. The thing is, if we attack already on turn 1, we cannot get around these lights to block them from retreating, or evading rather. So we'll see how we'll do. Maybe we just ride towards the sides first, and then hopefully they cannot retreat them, and then we attack these weaker units first up front, and hopefully they cannot pull them back. So let's see what card the Romans can play. That's a E or lowest story count. So we have a first strike, all right. We'll replace the card in slot C. So I think it was this one. So it's attack. Sorry. I think we rolled this one, right? So we're actually gonna do this. We don't know about this one yet. So it's this or this, right? Or did I roll this one? I think it was tactic cards. So move 5 more or 3 in the center. We have 2 units in the center, so I think I'm gonna do the move fire move. Why not? It's not the optimal card for us to have, but let's see. Let's see if we can get some of the heavier to retreat or get some losses on them. So we're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw some javelins, and this guy will only 1, and they will also throw some javelins. So we're gonna be 2 1-die attacks. Start from here. Hoping for some, oh sorry, wrong die. Hoping for some blue here. No. That was a miss. Second one, same target. And that's a blue. Perfect, 1 hit. So now we can move again, and I will certainly move back. I will actually move both these guys here. Okay, these guys cannot evade, so let's move them here instead. I want to keep them grouped. If I get the leadership card, I can order all of these. So that was the move fire move. Replace that one. And then we're going to roll 2 dice for the Numidians. It's a green and a blue. So let's see which green unit we can order. I'm going to roll a d6, and I'm going to count from backline left to right and see which one it is. So that's a 1. So it's going to be the bow unit. And for the mediums, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's these medium heavy infantry. So the bow unit will advance up the hill. These guys will move forward. Give some support up here. Okay, that was the Numidians. Let's see what the Romans can do. Another one of these, but now we only have 1 card up, so now I'm gonna take the slot C. So now I have the first strike, and then we do this. Okay, so we don't have tactics cards. We must play the lowest order count, so we need to play 2 units right. Okay. 2 units right. So let's try to kill that unit. Like that. And we still have 1 more to do. From the right hand side. So let's bring up the other 1, 2, 3. I might as well attack here as well then. So let's start from here. These guys will evade. I'm gonna roll my 3 dice, hoping for some green. Yeah, we got 1. Then these guys evade, they go there. We cannot gain ground. Here, these guys cannot evade. We're gonna roll our 3 dice, and we have leader support. Oh, 3 blues. Excellent, excellent. So we kill this unit. We got the first banner for Caesarian side. We're gonna gain ground. We're gonna ride like this and attack these guys as well with 3 dice. They cannot evade anymore. And we got 1 hit and the flag. They can take the hit and they can ignore the flag since they now are supported. So they're gonna battle back with 2 dice. That's 2 flags. 1 they can ignore, they will. The second one they need to take. 1, 2, 3. They were actually pushed back and bounced towards this wall of Numidians here. Interesting. Replace the card, and I'm gonna roll for activations. So that's the leader's unit and the blue. The leader's unit, and then let's check which of the blue units we're gonna get. Number 4, is it the same one again? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually this one now. So it's from the back and left to right. So we're gonna see some medium heavy cavalry activating. They cannot reach any of the enemies, so they're gonna take their place in the line here. These guys will now, I could detach the leader, but then that unit is not activated. I'm thinking if I will bring the leader up here or even attach with that medium heavy there instead. The cavalry could be more valuable. We could get him quicker up to the front. I think I might do that. We'll leave the heavies, and these guys he will just shift unit and be ready to ride up to the front to help. So that's Sabura's plan. That's that. So we're gonna roll again for the Roman card. And A, B, or C. Now we should have some options. So it's 3 in the center, or 2 right, or light troops. Okay, so we get 2 in on the right. We could get that guy for sure, and we could probably hit somewhere else. Yeah, let's do like this. 1, 2. I'm gonna attack that. Try to blow a hole in that line, and these guys will ride up here, give them some support from the leader, and also we're gonna kill this unit off. So we're gonna start with these guys, hoping to get them to retreat or something. Then we can, in any way we want to, or maybe we should start with these actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's kill that unit first. So it's 3 dice. We need 1 hit, and we have leader support. Yeah, that's 2 greens. Dead. Second victory banner for the Caesarians. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna attack those guys now. I mean, this can be dangerous because they will battle back unless I roll through 2 of these flags, and they could kill me in the worst case scenario here. But I was thinking of hammering them twice, you know, and blowing a hole there, and then we could get behind and kill that unit, and that would be 4 banners. So I'm going to stick to that plan. I'm going to actually attack here, hoping to get at least 2 hits. Well, we got them. Only 1 flag though, so they can ignore that. But they took 2 hits. But now they're gonna battle back with 2. Oh, 3 actually. And that's 0 hits. Romans were really lucky there. Not a single hit on these guys. Then comes the second cavalry charge, hoping for 2 hits. Yeah, thanks to the leader, and then a green. So the Auxilia was eliminated. We got another victory banner. We're up to 3 now. We can gain ground. We can go 1 more, and now I'm going to attack those guys. That was the original plan. And if I roll a flag, it's already game over. But we didn't. We no longer have leader support. So we only get 1 hit on the Numidian light cav there. And they can battle back. 2 dice. That's a flag and a green. They need to take the flag. 1, 2, 3. So I pushed back through that hole they just punched through. But yeah, starting to look worrisome. So now, actually we're gonna roll 2 dice, right? The Numidians. We have 3 to 0. Okay, it's 2 medium heavies. The first one is number 1, which suits me well because that's the leader. And the second one is number 1 again. I'm gonna re-roll that. 3. 1, 2, 3. It's these medium heavy infantry there. Too bad we didn't get that guy to escape. So let's move up these guys here. And these guys 1, 2, 3. Getting nearer, but at least I give some leader support around here now if the Romans will swing left. But I think the Romans will of course try to get that guy now. If they can do that, it is over. So the Romans. Oh, sorry, I played this card last time. So I'm gonna replace that. C or lowest order count. So it's lights or 3 in the center. We have this guy who can do another attack. So let's play 3 in the center. So it's those and those guys. And these guys as well. So we're gonna ride up here to attack. Let's bring these guys here as well, and these guys will ride behind the lines once more and punch once more against those. Let's start from here though. So the medium heavy is first, 3 dice. That's 2 hits. They will battle back. No hits, but a flag. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We lost a Roman block. And now let's try with these guys. It's 2 dice, 1 hit needed. We didn't get it. They will battle back. No hits. So they're just standing here and fighting. And now for the maybe final blow. 3 dice. If you get that flag or 2 hits, they are done. Only 1 hit again. They're really lucky now. So these guys are slowly wearing down, but not really. And they can now battle back with 2. And they got a hit on the mediums. Wow. Really tough guys. So now we're gonna roll 2 dice to see. Okay, it's the leader's unit and the heavy. It's a leader and a red symbol. So the heavy will slowly start marching towards there. And now we have a nice chance to put off some pressure here. So these guys are in a really bad position now since these guys got activated. So they're gonna ride 1, 2. They are now blocking these retreat paths together with a light Numidian cav, and they're gonna attack. Now, remember, we have a first strike in that hand. So we're gonna now roll if they're gonna play it. So if this die I roll now will in any way affect these guys, then I'm gonna play the first strike. That's a green, so amazingly, the Roman player don't gonna play that. So we got 3 dice from the medium heavy cav towards that guy. That's 2 flags, and that's enough to kill the unit. Bang. So we got the first medium victory banner. We need to go here, and then we go back, and we're gonna attack that Roman unit. We still have the first strikes. We're gonna see if the Romans play it now. That's a red, so they don't. So the Numidians will attack. And that's 0 hits. The flag they can ignore. The Romans will battle back. Getting 1 hit, thanks to the leader symbol. Okay, intense fighting over here. Okay, so now the question, I haven't replaced the card. It's too exciting. Let's see if the Romans can finish it off now. They cannot anymore get around these guys, so these guys will evade. But they have a juicy target here, of course, but they only have 1 medium heavy in the vicinity now. Let's see. A, B, or C. So plenty of options at least. So we have the light troops in the C slot. We have a line command, which is 1 unit of our choice. We don't have any infantry. and we have a leadership in this section. Okay. So if I would play the line command, I could order these guys to attack. If I play lights, I cannot get around this unit, fortunately. So the line command would be 1, the leadership would be only 1, the light troops would order these 2, but I can't get around that guy. So what I'm gonna do is to take my chances and attack head on into this one. If I attack here, they will just evade and I need to roll a green. And if I fail, there's a risk that they surround me. So I need to attack their strongest unit. I could, of course, back off a bit. You know, right back here, attack these guys. Just to make sure they cannot surround me, because if we lose this unit, we are in a bad place as the Romans. They have strong units coming up here. Should we do that? Yeah, I might actually do that. I'm gonna play the line command, but I'm gonna be a bit cautious now. I'm gonna regroup. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go back here and attack those guys with 2 dice. They are evading, of course. So the flags they ignore, but they need to evade. So they end up there. Okay, that's an interesting turn. I was thinking that the game would be over pretty soon over there, but the Numidians actually get a chance now. Even though it's small, it's still a chance. So now I'm going to roll for the Numidians. There's a leader and 1 block that needs to... Oh, sorry, not 1 unit who needs to lose a block. So if you are unlucky, we roll 1 of these. So first of all, you're going to check which unit will lose a block, which type. It's light, so it could actually be 1 of these. And then I'm going to roll which one. Number 2, that's... hold on. 1, 2, it's actually this one. So that's not too bad. Then the leader's unit, so we activate those guys. And I think the chance we have as a medium player is to go really aggressively. We need to hurt them before they hurt us, I believe. So should we charge here? It's dangerous, of course. We only have 2 blocks. Maybe we shouldn't. They have the first strike as well. Should we regroup the leader? Maybe we should move him here. But then these guys will be in very dangerous position. But let's do that. I'm going to just regroup the leader to this one. So Sabura is going here to the infantry, preparing for an infantry attack. Okay, back to the Romans. Tactics card or lowest order count. We don't have any tactics cards, so we need to order. This is 2 units, this is 2 units. So we could order either the lights or these 2. We can still not get around anybody here. Now we can get 1 unit with us, so we have a less risk of being surrounded. So, and now the leader's gone from here, so I'm going to take my chances now to attack. So I'm going to play the leadership, order these 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That should... Now I cannot get these guys behind me. Of course, these guys could get behind me and these, but then they need to hit with something as well. They don't really have that if they're going to ride around me. So I think I'm good here. So now I'm going to attack that medium heavy with 3 dice. That's 0 hits. Bad roll from the Romans. They're gonna battle back. And they got 1 hit. Oh, this is not turning out to be too good. So we're gonna check the leader as well. He's good. Then we have these guys. They're gonna take the chances. 2 dice. We have leader support. Come on now. Oh, what a roll. Light cavalry inflicting 2 hits. Killing off that unit. Getting the last banner for the Romans. 4-1. A victory for the Caesarian troops. After some trouble, they had to ride back, regroup. He had to fetch some light cavalry. And then more Gallic cavalry charging into that weak spot of the line. Of course, if this leader would have been still there, I don't know, it wouldn't have made too much of a change, I believe. But yeah, a tough one. So a really quick scenario. And I think if you play with randomizing as I did, the Numidians have a slight chance, but not big. But imagine if you would play this by the ordinary special rules, when the Roman player is always deciding which unit to activate after the rolls. It would be really, I mean, this would be over in 10 minutes, I believe. At least now I have played in like maybe not a full half an hour, but maybe 25 minutes or something. Okay, that was a quick one. And amazingly, they didn't play the first strike, even though they had 2 chances. But yeah, that's how I want to play when I play Solitaire, I want to be really uncertain when the first strike is played, because it's such a strong card. So it's fun to not be sure, you know, you cannot make up your plans just by having a first strike here. Also, if you think how I play, I had the first strike as a bonus card. They still have a full hand plus the first strike, so that's why I want it to be a really, you know, randomized thing to if they're gonna play it or not. But the stronger unit you have, it's a better chance that this will trigger. You know, if you have a heavier type of unit, it will trigger with also these guys. If you want to play a first strike with a light unit, it will never trigger with this one, right? Also, if you have a leader with you, it's a better chance that the first strike will be triggered, because then it will also be triggered with this result. So the stronger unit you have a better chance to activate the first strike. But in this game, it didn't activate, so which gave the game a bit more tension, even because the Numidians got the chance to repair the lines that were blown already. And remember, 2 attacks against these guys who couldn't retreat. They lost only 1 block per battle, so they were really hard fighting there with their backs against the Bagras River. That's cool. Okay, that's it. So I think this is maybe went as in history. Numidians got surprised by the Roman counterattack, tried to form some kind of a battle line, but when the Romans punched holes in the lines and the units started to get weaker, they were routing. Eventually, many of them were rode down by the Roman cavalry, or the Gallic cavalry, more of. But many also managed to get back to Utica and join up with Varius. So next time we will see the Battle of Utica proper, and where both sides had their legions lined up against each other. That's going to be interesting, but I think that's also a really special one. I looked at it a bit beforehand. We have the valley that they had between them, and there was some cool event that happened during the battle in that valley, which has a special rule in the scenario. So we're going to look at that next time. So hope you will be back then, and I hope you did enjoy this a bit odd type of scenario we did play today, but still, well, not the most fun scenario I have played up until this day, but it was okay. It was okay. Some fun at least. Okay, thank you guys, and see you next time. Bye for now.